Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me. Yes, and we're back. We got to talk to Mr. Natsume last time, and this time we are going to court. Do I know what happened? Absolutely not. I do not. But I want to see my boy, the Van Zieks. And I also want to just start getting ahead of this, too, because I don't really remember liking this trial a lot either. The next episode, though, I want to get to that, too, and then after that, who knows what game we're going to play. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to press the button right now. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon? that meme from Paul Rudd. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. I think it's Paul Rudd. I don't know. We were on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass. I like that word, crass. Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right. I don't know who says good morning. One of the two people that I know. Oh, it's you. Good morning! Ah, Mr. Natsume, good morning. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. I hate voicing this guy. And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally? I don't know. Do you? I think I do. Oh, Zuzu's bowing. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. Buddy? You good? You alright? I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. Well, I mean, you're doing a good job trembling right now. Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. See? I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, welcome student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Again, it's just Naruhodo, but... yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Yeah. Do you know why this might be, Miss Susato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea. You say that with a smile. I can get upset at you. So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Yeah, I mean, she's just smiling. She just wants to look happy. Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Lord Van Zieks, yes, the boy, yes. Is that right, Miss Susato? Okay, so she did know. I purchased as many different newspapers as I could finding this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zieks is on the front page of every one. I knew it. No, you didn't. You were like, why is it? Well, bro, stop acting like a know-it-all. Nobody likes that. Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? Yeah, he did say, like, he didn't show up, like. The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zieks' return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was. You can say that again. I believe the appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane trial, a murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers. Oh my gosh, sorry, Susan. Mundane? It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us. Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it. Well, let's we forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Oh yeah, right, because you're from Japan, this is London. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention, but there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you. Wait, me? 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 Well, I suppose that's true. Yeah, I mean, I am the only one that's just... Both times it's you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper. Buddy, I don't even talk to my own friends. I don't even have any friends in real life. Let alone, like, freaking, like, the Reaper. Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers. I'm afraid there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck. Yep, I run that to the ground. Thanks for that. Thank you. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such a frail fortune? Hey, buddy, you fucking asked for it, okay? Do not get me started. I will walk out that door and leave you behind, okay? By the least lucky lawyer alive. Again, you chose this. Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yeah, tell that asshole. You tell him. Tell him. Even he's like, oh shit, that's right, it's me. Look at me. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student new to London with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, but Elvin, look at Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Don't talk to me like that. Stop it. Stop. You were about to turn tail and blame it on me, alright? You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Mikotoba Esquire. Okay, I'm not... Don't ever say that again, because I cannot say that in your voice. Let alone that long of a sentence. Fuck me. I'm in your debt forever. I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I... Mr. Natsume, counsel of the defense. The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Alright, cool. I think it's gonna get started. Alright then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Yes! Alright, cool. Already doing great. This is it. My second appearance in the British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. Are you? 20th of February, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Alright, I don't know why I said it in that accent, bro. I don't know. I'm just on some shrooms or some wild side. Again, I'm tired. Sorry about that. Ah, my neck. Hang on. Just getting myself pumped and prepared. Oh, there he is. There you are, buddy. I see you. Oh, yeah, the judge. In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in the session. I now call upon the counsel for prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. Van Zieks? Good to see you again. The Nippons are a truly fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Also, I can't, it's Nipponese, not Nipponese. I'm doing it again! Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago, a mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese. Arrogance. Forgive me, but I do not believe that arrogance is an appropriate description. Suzuto-san. What are you gonna say? After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Oh, he's already pouring himself wine. He's already getting wasted. Let's go. I'm ready. Wanna hit me up a drink too? Very true, and most fascinating, if dark trial, it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end. Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as an impartial member of the public? Oh no, these guys again. Oh, weren't you? Wait a minute, hang on a second. Aren't you the guy? Aren't you Bruce? What's his face? The guy who freaking cheated? God, what voice did I give him, bro? I hate doing this stuff to myself, but anyway, you never know when you might be down on your luck. I believe in fair play for everyone. You don't play fair. Oh yeah, you. Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh, this guy too. Well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Oh, you. I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed. Oh my god, look at this guy with a beard. Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. Alright, cool. Awesome. I think we got all the voices. We're gonna be altering the voices anyway. Because I cannot have a solid voice for anyone, can I? Anyway, very well. Let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zieks. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Sasuke Natsume. And while our country has extended their foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, this student is accused of a most sinister act. Oh, we're throwing shit already. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime? I tell you, from the bitter experience, those are the worst bloody oath they are. Just look at the swallowing complexion, short stature. He's still one of those dreadful Japanese. Oh, all right, racist. I see. Come on, let's get this over with me. Now, everyone, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. Dude, you're just doing your own thing, aren't you? Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollowed chalice here in this great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please. Alright, cool. Oh shit, it's Gregson. Hi Gregson. Your name and occupation, please. Also, I'm gonna save. Alright, we're good. Now we're good. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be? Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since. What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose. I see. But her life is not in danger. I skipped that way too fast, I'm sorry. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map. Ah, yes, the map that I have. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running along Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. Okay, yep, there it is. If I had not long since stopped snowing at the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Okay. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. You have to use that photo of him? Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please. The case file has been entered into the court. A file containing an overview of the case and details about the victim. She was found with a knife in her back and is currently in the hospital, yet to regain consciousness. Good to know. What of the weapon, then, that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. Wow, really? Ouch. That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. Bro, I never leave my house. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman. Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose. A common or garden jackknife, I would say, rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Oh wow, we got the jackknife. All right, cool. A large but common folding knife. It was found lodged in the victim's back. Cute. Now then, what do we know about the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, we'll look at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. Hey, it's me. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim. Yes! Buddy, what are we on? Hang on a second. If theft and grievance had been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Fair. Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way. Okay, you might want to point that finger down because I don't think you're getting anywhere. But you got a good point. Oh, I love this guy's voice. Oh, he just flung that shit. He's like, I'm done with this bottle. Pray, forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. But your words have soured its hollowed bouquet. Bro, I think you just opened that. Never mind. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. Dude, he's eyeing him. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir. Alright, I guess we're doing a cross-examination already, or the testimony first. Mr. Natsume's arrest. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else but the victim and the accused. Wow, holy crap. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to. We found the bloke to arrest him. Okay. Old book, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. Ah, yes, I can clearly see the books to which you are referring to. I will take that photographic print as evidence. Please, Inspector. Photograph of the scene taken by a policeman just after the incident occurred. A large knife can be seen thrust into the victim's back. You, Nipponese, are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well, Forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, but the defendant is not denying everything you put it. What are you doing, Mr. Sato? Yeah, don't help me. Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, now that you mention it, you forgot that. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened. Bum, 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 bum. As I was walking along the course of pavement, I made the silhouette of another head at a time. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed on the cold hard slabs of stone on my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me from my cursed lodgings. Kind of like sped read that. A green overcoat? Well, that's exactly what the woman in the print is wearing. Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next? The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. Ooh, slam that shit. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes. Ugh. Just the ugh. It seems the cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please. Alright, cool. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance. Alright, cool. I'm going to save again, and this time I'm going to pause the video, so don't worry about it. Alright, let's get on with the cross-examination. Here we go. First things first. Press everything. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, before I do that, I kind of want to, like, go through my stuff. I don't want to present anything, but I want to go through everything that I have examined. A young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Victim olive green, female, stout build. That's nice of them to put. Early 20s. Pavement of Brary Road, East Side. Rolly beat. Additional notes. The victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned. What the hell is gleaned? From her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Okay. There's only 2 pages, so we're good with that. Can we examine this? I want to examine the knife. Let's open that shit up. Whoa, there it goes. Oh, look at that. A piece of it is missing. Like the tip is like slightly... Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. I'm sorry. I'm a 9-year-old. A small piece of blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well spotted, Miss Susato. I wonder what could have happened to that. Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful. Yeah, it does. That's wild. Is that it? Pretty much. I think that's it. That's all you need to see. Alright. Well, we inspected the knife and the case file, the photograph, which will come in handy. Again, I'm already starting to realize something. They said like snow was falling, but there's no snow on top of here. So we'll keep that in mind for whenever we need. Well, actually, I didn't even like check the thing either too. Hang on. I didn't check this thing. Customer, the picture I'm on, Monsieur Lecoq. A meal for Gaboru and Canterbury yearnings. Okay. Those are the book C seems to get. The sum is 2 shillings tendered in the receipt. Okay, 2 shillings. Wait. There might be more information. 17th of February at 4:45 p.m. We gotta remember all this stuff, because this might be... I think this case was horrible last time, because I didn't, like... Hold it! I didn't do any of that. A light fog, you say? Well, light for London. You can see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though. That's light, is it? Bro, that's like saying like it's hot, or it's like it's only raining a little bit and it's pouring in London. Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course. I've read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance. How quaint. Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate. I see. At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can even see your own hand at the end of your arm. Indeed. The other day I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriages they were pulling. Oh wow, Jesus, are you okay? Ugh. Suzuto-san and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen, yeah. Or like, just look both directions. You know, stop, look left and right, and then continue. However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact, no doubt, lamented by the accused. Okay, fair, I'll give you that. That's okay. Okay, second one. Hold it. How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my dear learned friend, because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us. When are we going to see these witnesses? I want to see the witnesses. I've been being told about these witnesses. Ah yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he? That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard. That is correct, ma'am. Then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation of your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights. Yeah, they did say that. Ah, you were told that. The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime. Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. Okay, sure. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock Continue with your testimony, Inspector. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement.
Hold it!
Alright. From behind, you say? That's right. As you can see from this print. Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition, comatose no less? I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart's. Bart's? Heh. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take its statement, but it wasn't to be. Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events. Luck is on your client's side, it seems. Okay. Shit. Stop making that noise. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Why do you need to feel to say that? Please shut up. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly white eyes, I'm afraid. Okay. Sure. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Okay.
Hold it!
Mr. Natsume's belongings, I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene. Yep, it's right. Well, wait, hang on a second. There's 3 books. Didn't you only buy 2? Am I wrong? Didn't you only buy 2? I read that. That's right, my lord. Secondhand books, though they were irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. And the accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example. He's very clever, isn't he? What do you mean? He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there. You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust his knife into the woman's back? That's must be what happened, my lord, yes. I'll come back to that one later. Those being a number of old books he just thought he was on his way home from the book. I'll come back to the 4th one later. I just want to go through all this first, because I'm pretty sure there were only 2 books that he bought. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter on his scholarly attention. The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in the question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. The closest second-hand bookshop to accused lodgings in this place here, Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Briar Road and that street, Meerstram. As it happens, the accused is currently living in the lodgings on the other side of the Briar Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like that. Oh wow, it's been updated. Gee, thanks. Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from the particular bookshop. Mr. Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made, the location, the bookshop's name, the bookshop's stock. Well, shit. Don't remember what he said. Dude, that is not the thing that I needed. No? I'm looking for court record. No, history. That's what I'm looking for. A little place at the corner of Barrow Road. As it happens, the accused is currently living and lodging on the other side of Barrow Road, which means it doesn't take a genius to work out. I'm afraid to look at the street map. Closest secondhand bookshop to the accused lodgings is the place here, Bourbon Books. Hang on, I wanna inspect the thing. Oh, the fucking, I have something. That is not the bookstore that he has. Your Books. He got it from Your Books. That's right. Fucking the name, the bookshop's name. Fuck, man. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe? Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes. It could be very important clue. Very well, not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could that man be any more sardonic? I never heard of that word in my life. He was on his way home from Bourbon Books to the secondhand bookshop, apparently. Aha! Aha! Sir, please take a look at this receipt. It is from Your Book. Is it this, please? Please tell me it's this. I'm too happy to think it's not this. Objection! Yes! I got it! Let's go! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and the details of the purchase of the 3 secondhand books. And you found that in the accused's room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm so happy I got that in the first time. Go on. Oh, here we go. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Yeah, that's right. I was making fun of the bookshop name because I remember that. Your Books? Your, I presume? Yes. Oh, he spelled that Y-O-R-E. Yes, my lord. So, Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a secondhand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. Eh? What? Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another secondhand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think that the accused could have known about it. Objection! But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it. That's right, you tell him. Objection! Whoa, okay. Yes. For what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Objection! No, we're going back and forth already. I disagree. I mean, after all, I have the street map here, if that might be of help. Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out to be that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true? It rather depends on whether this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Ooh, we're getting right into it. Inspector Gregson, where is this your books establishment? Well, obviously, we looked into that. It turns out, that your books... It's just, here, on the next corner of Merchism Street, going east. Okay, well, yeah, so it's on the other side of the room. Got it. And there you have it. As you can clearly see now. Oh. Well, I mean, you tried. I mean, you could go the other way. My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. Okay, also, you don't need to be that mean, bro. Like, seriously. To your future career in the... Ah! Oh, okay. Damn it. Okay, okay, so that might all be a problem, because... For once, okay. Sorry about that. Audio stopped recording for a while. Sorry about that. My bad. We'll get back to it anyway. Grr, you put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you. Oh, wow. Okay, no fighting. I didn't think I need to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from your books instead of Bourbon books... There's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. I mean, if he went the other direction, though. Yes, thank you, Inspector. Ugh. Allow me to reiterate from my learned, if somewhat slowly, Nipponese friend. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Well, damn, bro, you just shattered that glass. Ah! It just... As I suspected, you can't fool me. I don't suggest you should try. What did I say? I've had enough of this show. Beg your pardon. Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that? Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up. What do you mean? If the prosecution assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Natsume is guilty. Ah, she's absolutely right. We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home. Your books. But, I mean, if he did, should I leave it or should I raise an objection? I mean, if they're asking me, most of the time you're supposed to raise an objection. I don't think you're supposed to leave it. So, why not? Why the hell not? Raise an objection. There we go. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see that what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. Yeah, you could literally go by Calabash Road. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I said. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that That route is what is commonly referred to as the long way round. Ah, I mean, he would usually do that, right? On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Well, he's got a point. The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
Objection!
But, aha, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. Well, that's perfect. Huh? That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this. Damn it. He's one step ahead of us. I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if that is the case, the defense still... Oh, hey! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. I agree with Lord Van Zieks, wholeheartedly, and in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean we members of the jury are completely convinced now? Oh, great. Now we're gonna have to do... Okay. Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon the members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty!
Guilty.
Okay.
Guilty.
Uh-huh. One more?
Guilty.
Uh-huh.
Guilty.
Dame más.
Guilty.
There you go. Thanks for showing up. Everyone's guilty. Oh, no! It would appear the jury's leaning in is unanimous. What a face to look up to. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You served Queen and country admirably. God rest her soul. She's dead. Rip the Queen, by the way. Peppa Pig. Mr. Naruhodo. Pick yourself up, bro. It ain't over. No, not yet. This isn't over. That's right. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of this jury. Oh, yeah. We're going to do that next time, though, because I'm at 50 minutes. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of a quarry not yet willing to give up and die. So, I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial? Rights of the defense written in antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it is the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with summation examination. But we shall do that next time. Actually, should I do it? Are the members of the jury ready for Mr. Foreman? Of course, we're ready. I'm all too familiar with the Nipponese whippersnapper on his Akine's refusal to throw in his alley. Bro, I know you too. I got your number. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. next time on The Great Ace Attorney. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are fantastic. And bye-bye.